check and see if this. Let's see if it's coming into the group. Oh, awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Great. I am, hey, Taryn. Hey, hey, Tiana. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Tawana. Great. So I'm glad to see that everybody's logging on right at 8 o'clock because I'm a real prompt type of a person. And hey, Jackie. Well, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, I'm doing good. Thank you. Hey, Tiana. Hey, Tiana. I'm sorry. My daughter has a friend named Tiana, and that's why I called you that. So, TT, I'm glad that I'm glad that everybody is here. It makes it easier for me to do what it is that I'm about to do for the next 21 days when you guys really participate. So I really appreciate you guys logging on right at 8 o'clock. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to go ahead on and get started with what we're going to be doing over the next 21 days. Today is an introduction. Today is an introduction as to what we're going to be going over the next 21 days. And then I'm also going to give you some dates where I'm going to be doing certain lives. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Nicole. Man, thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all showing up on time. I really do appreciate that. So what I want to do is, earlier today, I was looking through all the members that's in the group, just kind of trying to get a consensus as to who was in the group or how I knew them, because everybody that's in the group, I actually know them, except for the people who got invited through other people that know me. A lot of people are old high school friends, Tayana, TT, all from North Carolina, because that's where I'm from. A lot of the people that's in the group are my clients, current clients and past clients, and then those clients have invited people. So this introduction is really for those people who don't know me, and then maybe people who haven't seen or talked to me in a very long time. It'll kind of give you a way to catch up with, who I am at this point in time in my life. My name is LaShawn Tabo. Tabo is a name that I married, okay? So it used to be LaShawn Walker at one point in time, but it's LaShawn Tabo. So that's my name at this point in time in my life, and hopefully that'll change sooner or later when I get married again. But my name is LaShawn Tabo. I am the owner of Ankh Feminine Wellness Spa. I've been in business for 7 years. I am also the owner of Ankh Academy of Holistic Healing. That's a natural holistic school that I created at the end of last year, and it's something that I'm going to bring into full circle this year. And what Ankh Academy of Holistic Healing does, it actually train women to do what I do as far as running a spa with holistic services. So that's what Ankh Academy of Holistic Healing does. Hey, Silky, thank you. Hey, Abby, thank you. Tonda Shawn, she all the way up there in D.C. Tonda Shawn is all the way up in D.C. She used to be here in the Atlanta area, but she moved to D.C. and she really would like to come back and visit me sometime soon. So, and I want her to come back and visit. Okay, so kind of get back to the introduction. Okay, so a couple of years ago, I became a certified holistic health practitioner with the Academy of Drugless Practitioners, the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. That was a couple of years ago. But under that umbrella, I actually hold certifications as a life coach, as a nutritionist, as a Reiki practitioner, also as a Kim energy healer. And at one point in time, I did a full year's work in the Sacred Medicine Woman course, and I received a certification for that as well. So I spent a lot of time focused on myself and what it is, or the woman that I wanted to become. So I spent a lot of time doing that. I'm also a mother. I have 4 children. I have 4 daughters. My oldest daughter is 30. My youngest daughter is 13 years of age. I have 3 grandchildren, so that makes me a nana. My oldest grandchild is Jalen. He's 11 years old. Brooklyn, she's 6. And then Brielle, she is 4 years old, going on by 15 at this point. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. But So I'm a nana, I'm a mother, I'm a nana, I've been married, I want to be married again. And a lot of the trials and tribulations that all the ladies in this group have maybe went through, gone through, experienced, I can feel you, and I know where you're at, where you've been, and where you might be going. So that's what made me want to do the 21-day self-love challenge, because at one point in time, I had to refocus my energy on myself. I was taking care of my kids, my business, my clients, and it was getting to the point to where I was like feeling so drained that, I don't know, wouldn't want to go to work, but I would go to work half doing what it is I'm going to work to do. My clients wasn't getting the best of me. My children wasn't getting the best of me. And that's mainly because I wasn't giving myself the best. So that's actually when I enrolled in the Sacred Medicine Woman course with one of my previous teachers. And that got me on track. That got me to where I got my energy back. I got me back. And the focus back on myself. You know, I am a mother, I am a business owner. Those are just things that's part of me, but it's not all of me. And I was missing that, you know, that part of me that was, that I was just missing. I mean, there's no other way to even explain that. Earlier in the week, or it was maybe just the other day, I asked, what was a person's definition of self-love? I looked it up in the dictionary first. Let me read that to you. It says, the active practice of accepting, caring for and encouraging oneself. That's real short and simple and to the point, but it's a whole lot more than that. So when I read that definition, what I did was I actually asked the Facebook group, you know, what is your definition of self-love? What is it that you think it is? Several people actually responded on that post, and I wrote down two of them that I really thought, all of them was actually great, but two of them really stood out to me. One was by Vaughn Daniel. She said, releasing the blame we carry because we feel we can handle everything for everyone. And if you are a mother and a wife, that's probably exactly what you do in your household. You hold it together for everybody. She says also, it's owning my vulnerability, loving all of me, including my imperfect flaws. A lot of times, because we're trying to be so strong for everybody else, we're not vulnerable for ourselves, or we can't show our vulnerability because we have to stand up and be strong for the family, for our husbands, for at our jobs. You know, we have to put on this mask and be what everybody else needs us to be, but in the interim, we're not doing everything we need to do for ourselves. She went on to say, knowing that she needs to take me time to regenerate and renew. A lot of women will not do that. I used to be one of those women. I wouldn't take the time for myself. A lot, when we say, oh, I go get my hair done, I go get my nails done, I go get my pedicures and, different things like that, we think that that's me time. It is me time, but I would put that more in the self-care category than me time. She also went on to say that standing in the confidence I can carry within, squashing the inner voice of self-doubt. That was a big one for me. The inner voice of self-doubt, because that's something that I actually had to deal with myself, as far as not feeling I'm doing a good job, I'm doing enough, I'm not taking care of everything, and then you got that little voice in your head that's agreeing with you. So that was something that I had to snuff out. And I'm actually going to have a live on that, with how to handle your inner self-talk. So that's going to be a live on that. And then there was another lady, her name is Cicely Ann Jones. It says A. Kyra Jones, but I just know her name. She says, loving yourself enough to take actions to heal, maintain, or improve your quality of life. One thing she said was actions to heal. About 3 years ago, I wouldn't have even known what she was talking about when she said to heal. Healing. What is that? Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing broken. I don't have any open wounds or anything. So she's speaking of healing from another perspective. Healing mind, body, and spirit, healing that part of you that you kind of forgot about. So I was glad to see that she put that in there. And then she said, taking steps to removing people, places, things that impact your physical, mental, or emotional happiness, health, including your own issues, beliefs, or traumas. That is a mouthful that she said with that, because a lot of times the people that we interact with, places, things, the things that we let into our lives, or a lot of time is what's leading to our beliefs and our traumas, childhood traumas, have not dealing with those, and then our own issues. Sometimes we don't think we have issues. I remember I was dating a guy one time. He said, "You got issues." I was like, "I ain't got no issues. What is you talking about?" But I did have issues. But it takes a big woman to realize that she has issues and to go forward and actually heal from those issues, being realistic and being honest with herself. So A. Kara Jones, I really do like what she had said, because she kind of hit on everything. The definition that I read out of the dictionary doesn't even touch on what, self-love is about. Self-love, if I needed to put it in something really simplified, is how I treat myself and how I let others treat me. And you might can think about a time in your past that, I don't know, you didn't treat yourself well, and when you didn't treat yourself well, other people weren't treating you well. That's because they was treating you the way that you was treating yourself. So I asked that question just to kind of see what everybody was thinking, what self-love was, and everybody was right on the mark. It's just that these two really stood out to me because they hit home, and they hit those points that I would have wanted to hit. So if you go back to that post, you can still post on that. You can read what everybody else had said about how they feel about what self-love is. But these two really just stood out to me. So now what I would like to go over is what we're going to be doing going forward. Where's my little list? Okay, so tonight is the introduction, and it's really just so you'll kind of know what our schedule is going to be. On May the 28th, that's on Thursday, I'm going to be doing another live at 8 o'clock. And that live is going to be about reconnecting or connecting with your womb. As women, when you say womb, women think about their uterus. They probably think about having babies and having their cycles and their periods. They're not really thinking about the energy of their womb and how they can actually use that to make their situation better, or to just tap into a greater part of them and connect with some great manifestation energy. So I'll be talking in depth about that on Thursday, and that's something I'm really excited about talking about, is reconnecting with your womb energy. I'll also be talking about yoni steaming at that time, giving a more in-depth explanation as to yoni steaming and how it could actually be used as part of your self-love journey. So I'm actually excited about that. And so that'll be on May the 28th on Thursday. And then next week on June the 2nd, which is a Tuesday, and June the 4th, which is a Thursday, I'll be speaking on weight release. And when I say weight release, I'm not just talking about physical weight. I'm also talking about spiritual, emotional, and mental weight. Like Kyra had said in hers, she said people, places, and things. And I always like to say people, places, things, ideas, and situations. Different things that have attached itself to you that you need to release. So weight release in that aspect. That's what I'll be talking about on those 2 days with weight release. And then on June the 9th, which is a Tuesday, and the 11th, which is a Thursday, we'll be talking about your divine energy. That's going to be good. Your divine feminine energy, that's going to be talking a lot about releasing some of the masculine energy and balancing it out to be more on the feminine side. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. Even men, they have some feminine energy. But for women that, like say for me, I'm a single woman, I can go overboard with the masculine energy as far as handling too many things that maybe a guy should handle. And, I'll get more into that later, because if I start talking about it, then I'm going to want to go ahead on and get deep into it. But I'll talk more about that on June the 9th and the 11th. And then at the end, on June the 15th, that's a Monday, I'm going to be inviting 7 women here to Ankh Feminine Wellness Spa, and we're going to be doing a live fire release ceremony, because by the end, I am hoping that you'll have a list of things that you want to release. You'll have things that you've discovered about yourself that, these things are not serving me. I need to release them. I need for God, the universe, the Most High, to take these things from me and replace it with something magnificent. So that's what the fire release ceremony is going to be about. And if you kind of want to know what that is, if you go back in the timeline, and I might put it at the top of the timeline, we did that last month for the full moon, and that's just all about releasing what does not serve you and what's not for your greatest good. Now, these are the major things that we'll be doing, the major lives, but there might be some other lives that might come up, just depending on what's going on in the group, what questions arise, and I might need to do an impromptu video just to make sure that there's some good understanding, just there's some good understanding as to what's going on. I'm going to look back through the thread, because I see that some people have put some things on here, and I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Abby, okay, healing the inner child so the adult can thrive. And then Abby said, I like to add that taming the outer child to heal the inner child. That's a great statement as well. But Angelina Hunt, healing the inner child so the adult child can thrive. The adult can thrive. That's another great discussion as well. The inner child. I actually have an assignment or some self-work that you guys are going to do with your inner child. So I'm going to leave that alone for right now, because that inner child is okay. So everybody was like saying hello. Again, if you just joined the live, I appreciate you for logging on at 8 o'clock and being on time, because anybody that knows me, they know that I'm an on-time type of a person. And so I really appreciate that, because I appreciate your time. I really do. So just to kind of recap things, we're going to be doing on Thursday, reconnecting and connecting with your womb energy. Next week, we'll be doing weight release. And then June the 9th and 11th, we'll be doing divine feminine energy. And then on June the 15th, we'll be doing the fire release ritual. If anybody is interested in actually being here for the release ritual, please send me a message. I'm going to put my for you to be able to text me. That's my text phone number, so you can text me if you're interested in actually being here for the live fire release ritual. We're going to dress in all white. It's going to be great. And for the ladies who cannot be here, what you'll do is actually email me what you want to release. What you want to release is not going to be read. Only thing that will be said is your name when your list is being put into the fire. So, but I'll give further instructions on that once we get closer to the date. But 7 ladies. I'm 7 ladies. I like even numbers because I'm number 8. The fire release ritual is going to be on, it's a Monday. It's on June the 15th. That's when it is. And it's going to take place at 8 o'clock. I like the number 8. 8 is the number of infinity. That infinity symbol. It keeps going. Some nice energy. So that's going to be on the 15th of June at 8 o'clock when we do the fire release ritual. If you're interested in attending in person, I have room for 7 ladies. I'm number 8. 7 ladies to be here to do that fire release ritual. Now, what we're going to be doing on a day-to-day basis, because I'm not going to be doing lives every day, but I will be posting in the group every day, self-work. I don't want to call it homework. We're going to call it self-work, okay? And I hope you ladies got your journal. Some of the stuff might seem like you might think, oh, how is this going to help me? But it really does help. I remember when I was in the Sacred Medicine Woman course, we had to do affirmations every morning and every night. I thought to myself, how is this going to help me? But I did it because it was told that to me that it was going to help me to calm down that inner critic in my head. And sure enough, as I continued to say those affirmations, it quieted that voice. It made it to where it was almost non-existent. And when it did rear its ugly head, I knew how to calm it down and to get it out of my head. So the assignments, the self-work that I'll be giving to you is going to help. It's going to be to assist you in not just knowing what self-love is, but being able to do more self-love for yourself. And by doing that, that's going to help others to love you the way that you want to be loved as well. We're only going to be doing this for 21 days. So it's really just going to be a start for you. It's not meant to change everything for you, but it's meant to get you on the right track is what it's meant to do. So your first self-work, self-work challenge is going to be to get to know yourself a little better. In the room, I'm going to be posting a document. You can print it out if you want to, or you can just open up the document and just write the questions down in your journal and then answer them. Some of the questions might seem a little, why am I answering this question? But the thing of it is, I remember, one of them, it says, what is my favorite color? I remember being in like elementary school, sometimes when you meet a new little girl, well, what's your favorite color? That was one of the things that they would ask to get to know you. And you remember you used to play that little thing where you used to pick a color and then you would count the numbers and everything. You usually would pick your favorite color out of the colors that was on that little thing. But what's your favorite color? What's your favorite band, rap artist, singer, or singing group? That's one of the questions on here. That's something I haven't thought about in a long time. I don't really listen to a lot of music. But when I thought about that question, it made me think back to the late 1980s to the early 90s and all the songs that I used to listen to. So then I was like, okay, maybe I'll put my Pandora on something new. Okay. Angelina, pink, purple, and periwinkle. So she has a color palette that she actually likes. Okay, then another one on here is what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite food, animal? What do you like to do for fun? Think about it right now. Do you know what you like to do for fun? So this is something you'll have to think about. What is your proudest accomplishment? What are your strengths? What do you love? What new activities are you interested in or willing to try? So by answering these questions, it'll give you some idea of who you are and where you're going and where you came from. So I think this is a great self-work assignment. It's a great self-work assignment. So I will be posting this to the group so that everyone can have access to it. And I think I might post it as a post as well. So if you can't download it, it's still there for you to do that. Did anyone have any questions at this point? I know I've kind of said a lot. I don't see anything popping up right now. Okay, so she's okay. Yeah, June the 15th at 8 p.m. That's when we're going to be doing the fire release ritual. And I would love... Yep, I love to ride my Harley Davidson motorcycle. Yes, ma'am, I know that about you. I do know that about you. And you told me the story of how you started riding the motorcycle, which was a great story. It actually inspired me not to ride the motorcycle, but to try something, a little bit more actiony than I would regularly try. So you keep riding the motorcycles. Okay, so any other questions at this point? Okay, so what I'm going to do then is just give another recap of what's going to be going on, and that is we are going to be doing another live on May the 28th on reconnecting with your womb energy. I'll be talking about yoni steaming and how that actually helps with that. We'll be talking about weight release next week, and that's in reference to people, places, things, ideas, and situations. Yes, Silky's story was great. Oh, yeah, you was here, Deanna. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Taryn. I'm looking forward to this journey as well. I really appreciate everyone for logging on right on time. I really appreciate that. And then our last week we'll be talking about divine feminine energy. And one of the lives, I'm actually going to be on vacation. I'm going to the beach, so I'm going to do a live on the beach. I'm excited about that. I actually have a little ceremony that I'm going to do at the beach for everyone. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to the beach on June the 7th. So one of those 7th, 8th, or the 9th is when I'll actually be doing that. So I'm excited about that. And you know I'm a full moon girl, so we're going to be doing something around the full moon. I'm also going to be teaching everyone how to do a self-love candle, how to do a self-love bath. And that's going to fall under the self-care that goes along with self-love. And I'll explain to you why you want to do those things on a regular basis. You know, it's really just a reminder as to I love myself enough to do these things for me. It helps to balance out your energy. It helps to clear off energy that's not serving you. So yeah, we'll be learning how to do a self-love candle and a self-love bath. What you could go ahead on and do is go ahead on and get you a pink candle. And I'm quite sure you've been in this dollar store or something like that and you've seen those tall candles that are pink, and you want to get you one of those pink candles. If they don't have pink, you go ahead on and get you a white candle, because white can stand in for any color. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that as well. So if there is no questions, I want to strawberry full moon. It will be powerful. Is that what our next moon is, Angelina? A strawberry moon? Because we just had the flower moon. It was a flower moon and it was a super moon as well. But the next one is a strawberry full moon. I haven't looked at that part up yet. So the full moon is on June the 5th. June the 5th. Thank you, Barbara. I need to see you one day, see how you're doing. But I think the full moon is June the 5th, so that's next week. So I'll go ahead on and give the information on how to do a self-love bath, so you can actually do that on the full moon. And now, see, this is how the impromptu lives come up, because I got to do a live about that. No. What I'll do is I'll do it on Thursday when I talk about reconnecting with your womb. Actually, it can go hand in hand with that. So I'll just do it on that day. I'm going to go ahead on and start collecting my things, so that way I can show you what I'm going to be putting into my bath, and then you can do the same thing as well. Okay? Enjoy looking forward. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Okay, so ladies, thank you for joining me this evening. This was really just to say welcome, to kind of give you a synopsis of what we're going to be doing. I really appreciate your time, again, because you didn't have to be here. You could be doing anything else, but you was here with me, and I really appreciate that. Katina, okay. I don't have my glasses on, because if I put my glasses on, there's a big glare. So I have to look into the camera, look into the screen like that. So excuse me. Katina, thank you. I'm super excited as well. Thank you. Thank you too, Nicole. I appreciate you. Somebody wave that. Let me wave back. I miss you too, Tonda Sean. Thank you, Tayana. Thank you. Hopefully you'll come down to Georgia and you can come and you can visit me one time. I got somewhere for you to sleep, you too. Oh, that's another thing too. At Unc Feminine Wellness Spa, I have two sides. I have the spa area, and then on the other side is the retreat center, or the retreat sanctuary is what I like to call it. And it actually sleeps 5. So if you're ever in town and you want to get like a self-care little retreat going on, I definitely have somewhere for you to sleep. There's a shower and everything. So thank you. Hey, Delina. Thank you. Thank you. You missed the Goddess Gatherings. I'm actually going to get that back started, because I'm missing it as well. And I can tell that since we stopped doing it, some things have shifted as far as energy is concerned. So I was actually going to start reaching back out to everybody to get that back going, because it's something I miss doing the Goddess Gatherings. I do. Okay. You're welcome, TT. Thank you. You too, LaShawn. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Tayana, if you ever, in the area, just let me know. Matter of fact, anybody from North Carolina. I grew up in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I went to high school with Tiana. She and I actually used to work at Kentucky Fried Chicken together. That's how I met her, because she went to a different high school. And then TT, we went to the same, Tawana, but TT, we went to the same high school. But mostly everybody else that was on the call, I know because you guys came into Unc Feminine Wellness Spa and let me serve you. And again, that's something that I appreciate, because you can go anywhere else that you want to, but you chose to come to Unc Feminine Wellness Spa and let LaShawn Tabo serve you. Okay. If I keep on... Oh, okay. Thank you, Abby. Did y'all see what Abby just said? The place is awesome. The place is awesome. So... and I would love for all of you to come visit at one point in time. Okay, okay, Barbara, I'll see you. Okay, before I go on vacation. Okay. I try to keep the live short, about 15. How do we invite others? I think when you're on the main screen, there's a little invite button, and your friends probably should show up, and then you would just press the button and invite them. Thank you, Tonda Shawn. She said, I've never had any experience like Unc. And the thing of when you come here, I treat you like you're coming to my house. I don't treat you like you're coming to, I guess, my business or anything. There's like, a couch for you to sit on. I try to make it, feel real homey, because I want you to feel comfortable here. But I pride myself in giving great service when you do come here. So I'm going to sit, I'm going to talk with you. You're going to get your service or whatever you might have came here to get. But my job my goal is, when you come here, is to make you feel at home, so you'll want to come back again. That's always my mission. How can we share these in other groups? I'm in some groups that other women need this. Let me see. This is, I don't know. Is there a share button down at the bottom? Because I'm doing the live. I don't know if I can see where I can invite somebody else to be on the call. But I don't see. Oh, is that a share button? Oh, no, that's how you invite people. So whoever asked about inviting, if you look down at the bottom, I think that where you can see like two little people together, then you can see, where you can invite people. Right, that declared Tonda. Yes, Nicole, and I enjoyed meeting you when you came here. I received 2 invites. Hi, amazing. Oh, good. Oh, 2 people invited. Okay. Okay. So that was the universe saying, hey, this is something you need to go. That's what I was thinking too, because the group is private. And the reason why I made the group private is because I want this to be a safe space. If it's public, people can come in and see who's in the group, and they can see all the different posts and things. Sooner or later, I'm actually going to make it a secret group, and that's where it can't even be found. You would have to actually know somebody that's in the group to get into the group. Yes, there is So, but right now it's private, and that's only because I want this to be a safe space. And when you come to Unc Feminine Wellness Spa, it's a safe space as well for you to be able to express yourself and, say whatever it is that you need to say. Because sometimes it's not even about... It's not about coming here to get a service. Sometimes it's coming here because you need to release something. You need to say something. And it can be said in these walls. And I want the group to be the same way, to where you can say what it is that you need to say and not have a fear of somebody repeating it, or someone, I don't know, trying to use it against you or something to that effect. So, so it's safe space. Matter of fact, sacred space. Sacred space. Okay. Yes. Tonda Shawn came very often when she was here in Atlanta. She invited several people who actually came here, and I really appreciate her for that. Yes, Miss Katina. Yes, thank you, Tonda Shawn. I mean, thank you. That's what thank you. Thank you. Matter of fact, Baron came and visited me on Saturday, and he can talk, baby. I thought I could talk, but Baron can talk. He can talk. But he's a great guy though. He's a great guy. Okay, so this is the live for this evening. I guess we're going to go ahead on and wrap it up because I can keep on talking. So we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to post in the group the self-work. Please do the self-work. It might seem a little redundant, and you might not be able to see how it's going to assist you in going from where you're at right now to going to a greater place. But it's a step. It's stepping stones. I have something in mind. I have little steps that we're going to be taking along the way. So I'm going to give you a little bit now, and things are just going to start to build. So please do the assignment. It can be just a little spiral, little notebook, something that can last you for the 21 days. If something comes up, feelings or emotions, you can write those in your journal as well. I want this to be an experience that you can look back on it and say, I'm glad I spent that time reconnecting with myself, balancing back out my energy, tapping back into my divine feminine energy, tapping into the manifestation of who I am as a woman. So take the time to do the self-work. So until Thursday at 8 o'clock, when we'll be talking about reconnecting with your womb energy. Thank you, ladies. Have an amazing evening. And again, I really appreciate you for being here with me this evening. I thank you.